Alrighty. Ooh, okay. So, I'm curious to see what kind of adjustments are going to be made by putting the RD2L going into the second game. Coin flip. They will take Radiance. They are going to probably be giving up second pick. We should be getting started with the Game 2 draft shortly. I am excited because putting the R and RD2L has probably had some of the best, like some of the most dominant performances throughout the tournament, I would say. And as a result, it's like having them in the finals would almost be fitting in that way. Then again, MUDBOYS, you know, they've been in the tournament for a really long time. They've been playing together with you know, the same 5 or 6 people for the past several years, and it seems like they're, you know, always improving. So it could be fitting for either team, but let's see who is going to punch back. Is putting the R and RD2L going to be able to put up more of a fight in this game? It seems like things were trending in their favor. It felt like they were making the right moves on the map, but things just didn't quite go their way, I guess. Like,
here's the Radiant Band.
Like I said, the game is very symmetrical in the sense of, like, you need that Blink Dagger, you get that initiation, you get that jump. Like, that was certainly true, but maybe just the difficulty of execution of the putting the R and RD2L draft was kind of what got in their way. Seems like, you know, Tiny never built BKB, so you can't really, like, play that frontliner. You also don't really want to play that frontliner when you have a Faceless Void, because you want to get out of the way and not get chronoed, you know. So yeah, maybe just too much going on as far as, like, difficulty of executing.
Radiant's turn to ban.
So starting out, we've got 2 saving supports banned out from putting the RD2L. MUDBOYS have banned out the Weaver as well as the Wind Ranger. Both of those, I believe, are typically played by mid or Chen. And he doesn't just rush Ags on the Weaver. He kind of goes like this skirmishy damage build. Really disruptive in fights. Weaver's a hero that can absolutely eat a support that doesn't have a disable really, really quickly. So the MUDBOYS also continue their ban phase with Tidehunter and Skywrath Mage. Tide is just a solid hero right now, and Skywrath is another, like, really high damage support. Putting the R and RD2L have banned out the Ember Spirit, which is kind of interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Ember, and I see that the hero's strong. It's just, I feel like he's pretty easy to counter in a lot of ways. R and RD2L gonna lead with the Slardar. We've seen this before. It's just such a strong hero And I'm not saying he doesn't have counters, but the heroes that are good against him, you know, there's nothing that crazy. It's not like Earthshaker Broodmother, you know, where it's just like, okay, the game's over. Like, I don't know of the... I don't even know what hero counters Slardar the most. Like, you know what I mean? Somebody who gives armor to allies. Supports Finn, maybe? I don't know. Okay, MUDBOYS are going to respond with the Clockwork. Magnus put up a pretty solid performance last game. I guess Clockwork's decent against Slardar. That matchup can definitely go either way, though. You get the shard early enough, and Slardar will just demolish you before you get the chance to do much of anything.
5 seconds remaining.
Then again, Slardar doesn't really love building BKB. He's one of those offlaners that if you can get away with just building like Ags and some sort of pipe item or some item with a cloak in it, you're fine. That's what you want to do. But then again, BKB is not the worst item in the world to purchase. It's quite good, so. Are RD2L going to ban out Axe as well as Dawnbreaker? Interesting combination. I get the Dawnbreaker ban.
10 seconds.
Dawnbreaker Clockwork is just a really solid combo.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know about Axe.
Dyer's turn to pick.
MUDBOYS ban the Lifestealer, which is surprising. I guess it's pretty terrible to pick into Slardar, so if we can't have it or if we don't want it, we might as well keep you from having it.
10 seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to pick.
And taking the Shadow Shaman again.
Radiant's turn to
If it
pick.
ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, RD2L immediately snap responding with the Lion Luna. This is a problem. You've got one of the highest physical damage carries in the game, in Luna,
10 seconds left by Mike.
and you have a Slardar. That's a problem. You've got
5
2
seconds
disables, you've got a lot of nuke, you've got pretty solid lane with this Lion as well. MUDBOYS are going to need something that can keep up with Luna's farm, but also is an agility carry or something that has a ton of armor and has some sort of answer for getting bashed repeatedly. Normally, you would reach for something like maybe a Terrorblade here, but they have Lion and they have Luna. It's just not good. So, I don't know what carry you pick into this that you're happy about. You're going to need a BKB. I don't think Juggernaut works. He might just be a little bit too weak right now. You banned out the other Magic Immunity carry. Alchemist is really terrible in this game. Yeah, really, really terrible. What else? What else works? That's it. I mean, honestly, as far as first 3 picks go, RD2L, I think, definitely... If you were to snapshot this draft, they've definitely got the lead right now. Okay, and they take the Void Spirit. I think they're in a similar boat. They don't know what to pick for the carry. I don't know what you pick for the carry. You could... Okay. You could basically say, I don't need to have armor, I don't need to be tanky if I'm just hitting you from off screen, and you pick Sniper here.
5
It's
seconds
really
remaining.
risky if you do that, but they could look at doing that. There's Gyrocopter, which I know the MUDBOYS enjoy picking quite a bit. I don't know that works, really. I feel like Gyrocopter into Lion Slardar is just bad. I don't know what's good into Lion Slardar that isn't like something like Lifestealer. but Lifestealer is also banned, so. Yeah, and then the Luna kind of comes in, and I'm reaching for answers like, oh, maybe Phantom Lancer works, or, something like this, but no, not with the Luna as well. Got some big shoes to fill with this last pick of the MUDBOYS. I feel like I'm gonna pull up a hero list real quick. Phoenix, another solid pick. You could, I'm not saying it's good, but you could go carry Dragon Knight here. It's something that wouldn't feed. I don't know if Ziggy plays Arc Warden. Arc Warden could be solid. Maybe a Baden carry. That doesn't feel good either. Oh, maybe you could go the Faceless Void. Also, like, high risk of execution, though. Like, you could definitely screw that up.
5 seconds.
Morphling, maybe? Maybe. Maybe Medusa? Luna doesn't really build Diffusal. No, Spectre probably just gets shit on, right?
Here's the Radiant ban.
Ursa seems like something you would reach for here. Like, just as a hero, it's like, okay, I need to be able to tank. I need to be able to deal with Egg. I need to be able to man up against Slardar. It's like, okay, maybe you think Ursa is the answer for this. Like,
5
I don't know.
seconds remaining.
You could go Wraith King. Wraith King could work. Like, you just pick the Wraith King and Aghanim Scepter. Like, your solution to, like, Luna Slardar is just like, okay, I'm not the tankiest carry, but you're going to have to kill me twice, so. But put in the R and RD2L, what did they need to round out their draft? So, you've got Slardar, you've got Luna. Slardar could flex to mid. Actually, into the Void Spirit, that seems like a pretty solid matchup. I haven't played it, but okay. RD2L ban out the Ursa. Pretty solid. What else would you want? You've got push. You're a little light on the team fight on RD2L. You want a mid with a little bit of team fight who doesn't necessarily mind getting silenced. That's a tricky bit. It's Quap banned. Quap doesn't like getting silenced, but Quap is also pretty tanky. So Quap could work. Maybe Puck. Maybe Primal Beast. Nah, Puck gets obliterated by Shaman too easily, I feel like, right? Yeah. If Kunkka were a good hero right now, this would be a pretty good Kunkka game. Sadly, I think Kunkka is too bad. Death Prophet could maybe work. Death Prophet's not really team fight, like, control.
5 seconds remaining.
But maybe, I don't know. Leshrack's actually pretty interesting. It might be too squishy, but Leshrack is probably my personal favorite pick here. I feel like it's a decent lane matchup in the Void Spirit too. Okay, they go back for the Tiny. Because Lifestealer's not in the pool and you have the Phoenix, this is probably fine. Also, I feel like Tiny's probably good against Void Spirit. And you ban the Ursa, so, okay. You've basically secured a pretty free Tiny game. I guess I see it,
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Ziggy G does not play Lone Druid. Would it even be a good Lone Druid game? Not really. Well, be okay. Lone Druid can click down. I think Bear can click down Egg now. Okay.
Choose your hero.
I said it earlier. I don't think this is a good answer. I've been proven wrong before, but I don't think. I think with proper play, putting the R and RD2L are going to murder Ziggy G 100 times, and he's just not gonna have a game. Of course, if they dive too deep, if Ziggy G's map awareness is able to save him enough, like he's able to get away from these ganks, and MUDBOYS are able to initiate and kind of disrupt things. You know, those kind of things could save it, but you know, if both teams like play like their most perfect Dota, I think that RD2L is favored, I would say. Like, pretty substantially too. It depends on how Pocket uses W and honestly how Slardar Catsby uses W. If you get that crush onto the supports, and Pocket has Satanic going with his W, like, and he's just able to like click as well. Like, he's gonna be healing from his autos. He's gonna be dealing all the damage out with his W. The damage reduction as well is going to keep him alive. Like, he's just. It's gonna be too much. I don't know. Tough one, I would say. A tough game. So, Pocket is going to be playing the Luna Midderchin on the Phoenix, which is a bit of whiplash as far as playstyle from his last hero on the Techies. Catsby going to be playing the Slardar. Claire returning on the Tiny and Jet Fuel Can't Melt Steel memes, picking things up with the Lion. We have a Smoke coming out from the Dire. Ziggy G on the Terrorblade Magnus, returning on the Clockwork. Moostyle returning on the Shadow Shaman. Yams on one of his favorite heroes, the Void Spirit, and Gex on the Mars. So thinking about lanes a bit. Let's see here. They're probably both just going to end up holding these high grounds. There's probably not anything going to happen here. I would say... Okay, top lane you've got Shaman, probably, and... Well, actually, no. Maybe they run Shaman... They ran Magnus. They ran the Clockwork safe lane last game, right? Clockwork? Terrorblade? I feel like passing up on Shaman Terrorblade is really tough. Anyway, in the bottom lane, looks like we're going to have Lion Luna versus Mars Shaman. Okay. This one can definitely go either way. Lion has to be mindful of saving his stuns because of the channeled ability on Moostyle. You could say the same thing about Moostyle with making sure that he uses Hex to cancel mana drain. Kinda depends. I would say Lion is the happier support in this lane, but Gex is the happier core in this lane, and ultimately that's the probably going to be more dictating the pace of things. And let's get the last hits going. Mid lane's probably going to be super boring farm fest, to keep it real. I don't think anything's going to happen in this lane until like the 7-minute mark, maybe. Alright, Midderchin. Throwing out the Fire Spirits. Yeah, that's the thing is, Terrorblade just doesn't have a lot of health. He has a lot of armor, but that's kind of his shtick, you know. Down to the bottom lane. Does this do... Okay, the damage per second is not tied to max HP, so this lane is actually even worse for Terrorblade than I thought it was going to be. I'm not saying he's gonna feed necessarily, because he does have so much armor and he has metamorphosis, and if they use that correctly, they can definitely get some good harass out onto him. But seems tough. Seems tough. Also, this support matchup pretty heavily favors the Phoenix for now, anyways, especially if we keep going the 0 points in battery assault. So. Magnus is an absolute sniper with these freaking cogs, though. Super annoying. Solid unblock of the camp coming out. But we have a pull. Jet fuel can't melt steel memes. It's going to throw a stun, but he doesn't actually aggro the wave back around? I wonder if that was intentional. If it was, it didn't work out in their favor. Pretty chill in the lane so far. I would expect this lane to get really hard around... I could see Midderchin level 4. Okay, bottom lane. We have a trade. We have a crazy fight going on that I missed. And we're manning up. Both of them have wands. But, oh, but the healing. The healing from Shackle coming out from Mustau. They're clicking each other down. Another click. And Pocket's gonna win. Alright. Double kill for Pocket. This early into the game is gonna be really solid for him. And Luna is a hero that, you know, unlike Faceless Void, has such a built-in farming mechanic that, you know, you're really gonna have a hard time being poor in this game. Like, it's just, I just don't see it happening. With the Faceless Void, it's like, okay, if you make the wrong map movement, like, your game's kind of over. With Luna, that is very much not the case. So, expecting Pocket to have a very strong showing in this game, and his team needs it. So.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
In the mid lane, mainly because Void Spirit is one of the best attack animations in the game. It looks like we've got a bit of CS favor, but dive forward from Midderchin onto Magnus is going to finish off the Clockwork. And ZBG eating a decent amount of harass here as well. Going for the Falcon Blade. And oh, Yams in the mid lane looking to dive and potentially get a solo kill onto Claire, and he does. Beat him to level 6. But he didn't. Oh no, he just got level 6 from the kill. Okay. That is tough. I did not expect that. CG getting quite low up here in the top lane. Midderchin, I think he's going to go for this. He is. He dives forward. He lands the last spirit. One more auto, potentially. Oh, the second spirit misses. The cogs push him back, but he lands one more right click, and he's going to be able to finish him off. Solid dive in from Midderchin. And is he going to deny himself to the camp? He will. And his courier, he's going to try and micro it away. Very fortunate with the courier pathing. Went right over the trees, and Clockwork was not able to click it in time. Looks like they made it go onto the Mars down bottom, but they're getting a teleport in from Void Spirit. Pocket manning up, thinking that this is going to work out for him. The TP in, and the double Astral Step secures Yams a double kill into the bottom lane. 2 urn charges going his way as well. This top lane, Metamorphosis is available. Where's Clockwork? He's hanging out in the river. Okay, Metamorphosis used. They're trying to dive in to kill Catsby, but the Fire Spirits are slowing him down. He hasn't microed his illusions away enough, and he's just going to get attack slowed to death. Stun coming in from Lion. Not quite able to connect onto the correct Clockwork because of the illusion rune. And a salve for Catsby as well. This is big. They can, honestly, they can keep this pressure up. The thing that they need to worry about is they really need Claire to have a decent Blink Dagger timing. Like, you're probably not going to get it 10 minutes, but like, you know, 12 or something would be okay. Maybe even a little later than that, but you really got to keep this tempo up on the Terrorblade, because the more that you can keep him down, the more that your Luna has the chance to really keep things going for you. But Claire gonna get hit with this Urn, and it's just gonna end up going down, most likely. Astral step forward from Yams. He has one more Urn charge available in 1 second. No TP's coming in at all.
If you look long enough
Cool down. Cool down. Cool down.
Dire's middle tower
No
is
mana.
under attack.
That's sad. Okay. Mid or Chin. Looking for potentially another go. Gonna land the crush onto Ziggy G. He's gonna get hit with the dive forward. Line coming in with the stun. They have the Hex available and the bash as well. Shadow Shaman coming in. He's gonna end up getting hit with the Hex as well as the crush. Moostel, the Yams has showed up to the top lane. Astral step forward is going to finish off the Slardar. And Yams is going to land his W on top of him. But Claire jumping in, and Yams is going to end up going down. And a fantastic turnaround. They absolutely need this on Claire. And this is going to be a massive influx of gold. It's going to help finish off the power treads and put them back on pace for a pretty decent Blink Dagger timing. Unfortunately, the Impale coming out from Lion is not going to hit. Magnus going to burn some mana. Claire trying to dodge, trying to juke. Mana Drain coming out onto the Magnus. How do you like not having any mana? Tree Toss forward. Not going to be enough to slow or finish off that kill. That Mana Burn actually kept him alive because he had Toss available. Okay. Gex has showed up to the top lane. I haven't talked about him much. There's been a lot of action, not where he was. He shows up to the top lane, and I think he's about to gate bottom. Alright, back to the land of obscurity in this bottom lane down here. You go farm. Go do stuff. Okay, he's looking, maybe. Do they know? Do they know? They seem to not know. They do not know that Luna's down here. Okay. Let's adjust this graph to see some net worth. We've got Yams up at the top, but not too far behind. We've got the Luna. Yams jumping forward onto Claire. Gonna get hit with the Avalanche, gonna get hit with the Impale. Gonna get Hexed and Tossed, a little bit of chaining there. Less than ideal, but that's okay. Claire is not dead, and that's the real objective. Get Claire the Blink Dagger. Oh, they find Ziggy G in the jungle. Is this mid or Chin? Mid or Chin's gonna solo kill him. That's just... Yeah, I mean... I forget which heroes I was recommending earlier, but I feel like that doesn't happen to at least some of them. Yeah, I'm so worried about this Terrorblade pick. Okay, Catsby, looking for a kill on the Magnus maybe, or just trying to intimidate him a bit. You've got the Supernova. Yam's jumping forward. Oh, but he's going to be able to get the egg off. Does he have the auto attack speed to kill the egg? He does. He absolutely does.
Cease your restless flow. Dire's top tower.
Tower going to get denied. In some ways, this is a bit of a saving grace for Ziggy G. It kind of gives the Radiant a reason to leave him alone. Play for other tier 1 towers on the map. Then again, if I were on the Radiant, I wouldn't be leaving this guy alone. Especially not on Phoenix. I'd TP right back up here. And I'd be looking to kill this guy again. But then again, they do have 4 heroes up here. Kind of meant to run interference. How is Slardar doing? Surprisingly not that well. I hear a Vessel Charge coming out. Full Spirit Vessel is complete. Yams is diving mid. He's going to be able to kill this. He's going to be able to kill this. Claire, not able to get away. No spells available. It really feels like RD2L is just kind of not prioritizing playing around their mid. They don't seem to be... Maybe they're worried that they're going to feed the Void Spirits, like even more kills. I'm not sure. They had Lion here earlier, and it kind of did its job. Like, it's not without cost, but I don't know. It seems like the correct play to me would be committing some resources to keep your mid alive. Yams is kind of starting to run away with things here a bit. Catsby running forward, and Arena's going to come out from Mars, going to spear the Phoenix. Is Phoenix going to be able to get the egg off? Well, he would if it were available, but it is not. Jump forward from Mitter Chin, just trying to get some distance between him and the Mars. Meanwhile, Void Spirit in the back is going to be able to finish off the Lion. Catsby chasing forward onto this Mars. Crush comes out. One more bash is going to come in, but the damage reduction from the Bulwark is just keeping him alive. Catsby trying to jive and dodge is not going to be quite able to get away from this. Doesn't quite work out for him. Phoenix comes in, gets hit with the toss on Yams. Egg is finally available. He's going to be able to press the egg, and this is going to deter them for now. Ziggy G has showed up. Luna's here, going to be able to press the Eclipse, but is not quite able to finish off Magnus because of the Cog's pushback. Claire, still not quite enough money for the Blink Dagger. Going to eat another Vessel Charge, going to eat a bunch of damage as well. But it's possible that Yams has been off more than he could choose. Sunder comes in, is going to be able to save him for now. Mitter Chin trying to look for a dive opportunity, throws the Spirit on top of the Terrorblade. Claire's going to get hit with the Vessel Charge, lands one more toss onto Yams. What a self-sacrifice coming out from Ziggy G, saying, I'm not going to do anything productive in this fight. I might as well give all my health to my mid. But even with that crazy back and forth fight that seemed to go on forever, Pocket is still quite farmed and significantly out-farming Ziggy G on the Terrorblade. He has had a very rough go of things at the start of this game. Icarus dive forward as well as the stun. This is going to be a pretty quick and easy kill onto the Shadow Shaman. In the mid lane, oh, is Yams finally going to end up going down? He gets hit with that crush. He's doing quite a bit of damage here. Catsby chasing the Clockwork. Not the best hero for the chasing. Cogs available in 2 seconds. I hear a Vessel Charge. Claire, getting quite low, is going to end up ticking out to this. And once again, this is crazy. He can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with it. But he keeps getting away with it. How? Oh, and he's going to throw the flare. Okay, Yams. Alright, Yams. You've gone too crazy now. You don't have any mana for this, right? No. No! Officer, I'd like to report a crime. He looks like a fucking pirate, but he's a goddamn menace. What is this man doing? Oh my god. That was disgusting. I'd like to report a second crime. The greediest fucking man on the planet just made it away scot-free. Anyway. Damn. I really want Radiant to win because then we get a game 3, and also it makes me seem smart because I say their draft's better. Oh, what is he doing? What is he doing now? I don't want to look. Alright. If you're Radiant, what do you do? How do you get back in this game? You finish Blink Dagger on Tiny. Alright, mission accomplished. Now what do? You smoke, and you chain kill the only guy that you can reliably kill. Terrorblade. He's 044. You just chain kill this guy. It looks like they seem to agree with the game plan. They have a smoke available. They're thinking about it. They got Mitter Chin sitting in the mid lane looking real tasty. He has his own Spirit Vessel available. Up in the top lane, a smoke. Catsby's gonna find it. Uh-oh. He's gonna get hit with the hookshot, he's gonna get hit with the shackle, gonna get hit with the hex, gonna get hit with all of Void Spirit's abilities, he's gonna end up going down. Jump forward from Mitter Chin. This is pretty crazy. I think he's trying to bait an engagement here. He's going to throw everything out. He has the egg. He's going to be able to get the egg off, and they're not going to be able to click this down. Pocket is going to be able to finish off the Shadow Shaman. Really solid play from Moose Style. Pocket getting jumped upon. He does not have much defensive abilities, but he's going to get hit with the full Sun Ray here. And this should keep him alive for now. But Spirit Vessel, of course, is dimming a lot of that healing that he would normally be getting. And bounce back into the Cogs, which he already got bounced from. The Claire shows up with the Blink Dagger, finishes off the Clockwork. This is the kind of tempo that you need. Are they going to be able to find anything more? Yams is quite low. I didn't see how he got this low. Ziggy G here. Destitute. For a carry anyways. Oh, Claire. Oh my god, you must be... Oh my god, there's no way. They didn't see? They didn't see him? Okay, they see him now. They see him now. Avalanche with the assist from the stun coming out from the creeps. Arena gonna be thrown out. We're gonna get the Sun Ray to keep him alive as well. The Sunder coming in on top of Claire, but the Icarus dive forward is going to be able to finish off the Mars. Shadow Shaman is also going to end up ticking to that Urn charge in just a moment. Mayor Chan is able to back away. Jet Fuel Campbell Steel Meme is going to get run down by the Void Spirit. Tiny is going to be able to finish off somebody else, Ziggy G. And Yams has finally bitten off more than he can chew and is going to feed away his monster 8 kill streak. Also, Pocket shows up and gets the wrap. Ultra kill for this guy. I'm trying to go into inspect mode, but it won't let me do it. Anyway, mid or chin. That was crazy. That fight was so crazy. Doing everything he needed to. Baited the engagement over here. They dive forward, gets the Sun Ray, makes them use spells on to cancel the Sun Ray. They're doing everything that they need to do to win this game. They really needed this Blink Dagger on Tiny. That's what they needed. They maybe took too long, or maybe not too long. They took a while to figure out like how important that was, prioritize it the way that they needed to. But yeah, things are looking pretty good for him now. And this is what I was saying, dog. Luna, you don't have to think about Maelstrom or Battle Fury. You just farm. You just click creeps. All of that thinking that goes into that, all of that, which creep do I click next, and all, you're not gonna worry about it. Don't even worry about it, dog. Just, the game does the farming for you. More importantly, though, I will say, Pocket has had some pretty good, like, you know, as a carry, you don't really want to do much in fights. You want to show up, you want to get your kill, and you want to GTFO, right? Okay, Blink forward, this is crazy. Blink from Tiny. Astral Spirit is going to come out, is going to end up catching Jet Fuel Can't Melt Steel Beams. Icarus dive forward is going to find the Shaman on top of the hill. He's going to throw out the Finger of Death on top of him. Egg is going to get placed just in time. And in the back line is finally going to end up going down. Claire with the Shield Rune up on top. And Icarus dive forward again from Midderchin. He's really being quite aggressive trying to find Yams. Yams doesn't have, okay, he does have one more Astral Stuff to jump away. He's thinking about potentially going back in with the Blink forward, the Avalanche, and one more toss. Anything, he presses his W, but they're under vision. They have, oh, but they don't have cast range. Catsby on the side, going to get hit with the Spear. Going to get hit with the Shield Crash. It's going to be quite slow. Doesn't have much to get away. Magnus was there on the cutoff path anyways. Damn, that kill on Ziggy, or on Yams was so close. I thought that they had him. He can't keep getting away with it too. Oh, okay. Found the Tiny. Tiny is pretty alone. He's gonna land the toss, but is able to press the wand. Gets a pretty decent heal. Blink available. He's going to be able to blink down to the low ground. They're bringing people up here. They've got Hex. They've got Lion Q. Okay, blink forward from Gex. They're gonna use the Earth Spike to keep the Lion away. The Eclipse comes out from the Luna, getting the Mars quite low. They land the Avalanche, they land the toss on top of Yams. On the side of the fight, Mars does end up going down, but Pocket is sadly going to get clicked down quite a bit as well. Yams, they jump forward, the Avalanche on top of two heroes, Icarus dive as well, plus the Spirit Vessel and the Tree Toss is going to finish him off. Meanwhile, Pocket is able to make it out, and Moose Style is going to end up ticking as well. I don't know why, but Yams has tipped Ziggy G. Undoubtedly telling him that he's doing great and that all is well with the game state. Okay, Claire with a very aggressive and rather obvious movement forward. Maybe thought that she'd be close enough to catch the Terrorblade, not quite. I didn't see if they scanned or anything. And it looks like the Dire are pinging Pocket. They're probably complaining about how farmed this guy is. Like, Ziggy, why aren't you as farmed as this guy?
Scanning for enemies.
Yams up in the top lane. Has arrived to, I guess, try and slow this down. I mean, that Tiny is looking like he wants to kill that. They want to look for a smoke, I think, actually. On the side of the MUDBOYS. They got all these heroes grouped up. They got a smoke in the inventory. What is Ziggy G waiting on? He doesn't have Manta. He doesn't have BKB. It's he doesn't want to do much of anything right now, I'd imagine.
Incoming.
How are we doing on the win graphs? It was quite even. Now that I don't know if I agree with the Dota Plus on this one. 80%. So soon.
Dire's
Yams
middle
using
tower
Astral Steps to
is
clear out the
under
midwave. A smoke is used from the side of the MUDBOYS. There's not really anybody down here. Claire is kind of walking into the danger zone. They don't see anything yet. Avalanche used. Has a regen rune. That could definitely make the difference. But Blink used to get between the camps. Not going to be able to blink out of this. Gonna get hit with the spear, gonna get hit with the flare. The hook shot is blocked by Moose Style. He walks in front of it, but I don't think it's going to quite matter. Tiny's going to end up going down. Jet Fuel Can't Melt Steel Memes was also smoked. I think I saw that, but it ends up getting broken on the Void Spirit.
Dire's
CTG
middle tower is under pressure.
using this time to farm. His team has finally made some space for him. And the Radiant really needs to go back to the game plan, kill Terrorblade a dozen more times. Blink forward from the Lion. You see, this is the Terrorblade. I don't know if this one's going to work out. The Spear sends him all the way to the low ground, and an Arena comes out. Finger of Death comes out on top of Yams. The W coming out from the Luna is going to get Yams extremely low, 70 HP. The Hex coming out from the Shadow Shaman, and the clicks coming out from the Luna are going to finish off Shadow Shaman. Mitter Chin jumping forward, looking if there's anything more, but not quite.
Boom, there it goes.
This is so sad. Luna just used the Mana Drought, and the Rocket Flare canceled it. Or a Serpent Ward, one of the two. Overall, pretty even fight. Slight advantage to the MUDBOYS. I'll say they didn't use Egg. Arena was used. You have a fight opportunity here. Eclipse either wasn't used or wasn't available. Claire, is that BKB? That is BKB. Alright. Very different game on how the Tiny is going to get played. You kind of need the BKB to walk out of the arena, to deal with the Shadow Shaman, etc. Pocket, you have no mana, dog. What are you doing up here? Alright, Lion's trying to fix that. And he has the Mana Drought. Catsby. Jumping forward. Dire sees this. They're going to back up, press the smoke, and they're going to go for the Torm. That's interesting. That's interesting. I don't know if they meant to do this, but it almost looked like they intentionally showed on this ward
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
just to like make them play scared for a second when their real objective was Torm the whole time. I don't know if that's what they meant to do. That was pretty clever. Because like on Radiant, you expect this cliff to be warded, right? Right? These two sentries are staring at each other. Claire doesn't want to click it, doesn't want to reveal the position.
Radiant's middle tower
Not
is under
quite
attack.
stepping into range of the vision. Okay, they are going to see the Luna now. I hear another smoke coming out. Who do we got? From the Radiant perspective, who can they see? They see the Mars. They see the Clockwork. No. I have the wrong vision.
Bottom tower is
They don't see anybody.
Illusion.
They don't see anybody at all. They're gonna find this Terrorblade. Terrorblade farming the Ancients. Blink, Manta dodges or was out of range of the crush, but gonna get hit with the toss. And all of the spells. And you see, just like that, they're back on the plan. Kill Terrorblade plan. It's a good plan.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Ziggy G is so poor. This is bad.
Dire are scared.
The reason this is especially bad is because you know what hero doesn't really scale that well into the late game? Void Spirit. I should know. I have tried many games where I'm like 25-0, and then my team just like starts feeding and I can't win the game. It's sad, but it's true. Mars. They got rid of the Revenant's Brooch Divine cheese. That's not in the game anymore. Does not scale it well into the late game. Clockwork kinda does, Shaman not really. Tiny scales. Luna hyper scales. Slardar scales. Terrorblade's supposed to scale, but he's just so poor.
Dire structures are
Okay, they're looking for a crazy fight. A crazy engagement in the mid lane could be enough to turn this around.
Dire's middle
But they've got the Aegis and the BKB on Luna, and they got the BKB on the Tiny. They don't have BKB on Slardar. He's going to blink forward, land the Crush on top of Mustau, jump forward from Yams. He's going to land the Silence. Going to land another Silence, is looking for a kill, but realizes this is just not the engagement that they need, and they're going to have to back up. Yam showing on the mid wave. He doesn't seem to know, but they saw him. They had him on vision. Not quite able to catch him though. And yeah, it's time. Why not? You've got Aegis, you've got BKB, you've got Luna, you've got Tiny. The push coming out from this lineup is insane. These buildings are gonna get knocked down.
Dire's middle tower
Oh
is
no.
under
Mars
pressure.
doesn't have a teleport. Your mid barracks is gone. Okay, they're gonna press the fortify. Yam's gonna jump in, do a little bit of delaying. Gonna force the Sunray. Yam's going to clear out the mid wave. Crush coming forward from Slardar. Pocket stepping forward. Presses a W pretty early. Moose Style comes forward as well. The toss back on top of the Clockwork, and he's going to end up going down as well. He can be pressed by Slardar. Still quite early in the fight, but they have buyback from both of the supports. Moose Style coming in. They're going to jump forward on top of the Luna. Luna's going to end up going down, and the Crush comes out for the Egg. So Phoenix is also going to end up going down. Catsby as well, trying to find into this, but it's not going to be enough. BKB pressed by Pocket, but he doesn't have his W quite available. Has it now. He's going to press it as they try and back away. Finger of Death coming out. Is going to finish off Mars. Yams finds the line. Is going to be able to isolate him and kill him. Okay, this might be why not. This might be why you don't do that. That push looked good to me, but I guess not. That's ooh.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge. Radiant's middle tower just keeled over.
We'll check on that in a minute. Alright, so yeah, that was
Radiant's middle tower can't
a lot of damage. They did not kill the heroes that they needed to. BKB pressed by Tiny. Yam's gonna jump away. He got that level 20 talent with the Outer Assimilate Ring. He's not gonna be easy to chase down. Also with the BKB used, I'm not sure that you guys can chase this. I don't know. Mid or Chin, Egg still on cooldown for 20 seconds. And Gex, trying to tank up a bit. I can respect it. Oh, in the bottom lane, they do actually find Musta. They spotted him on the sword. He's outside of base. He's dead. Okay, I'm actually really curious about this. They seem to think that they're on a timer, or maybe they just want to make it. Maybe they just want to take advantage of this exposed barracks and get a Rax advantage now. Their push is so fast that they can maybe just do this. Link forward from Slardar. They're gonna send Slardar probably and just leave him. Yeah, you leave him to die here, right? Yeah, you just bail. You got 2 barracks for free. You just bail. Ooh.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, so what do the MUDBOYS want to do here? Alright, your mid lane is constantly going to be pushing, which is super annoying. Ideally, you want to equalize the barracks here, but I don't know if Ziggy's caught up enough to do that. I mean, Pocket is absolutely massive. Okay, Blink forward arena, they're going to get a solid pick onto the Phoenix. Metamorphosis was used earlier, I guess. I don't remember when that was used. Maybe used it to farm. I'm curious about the Partisan brand. I'll be honest, I'm realizing I've misread this neutral item. I guess it's good against Terrorblade, kind of. But it's only spell damage, so like, I don't even know if that technically affects glaives.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff
Probably not, right? Probably not.
Think fortification can save them.
And like, your Lucent Beam, or your Eclipse or whatever, like, it's... If you're casting it on Terrorblade Illusion, it's kind of whatever, right? Like, it's already not good. I'm not sure that you can make up for it with a neutral item. Hopefully, the next neutral item will be much better. Still have a couple minutes for that. I will be right back.
Dire's bottom tower won't last long. Dire's bottom tower couldn't withstand the tide.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning for enemies.
Dire's bottom tower is about to flounder.
Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
Dire's bottom tower won't last long. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
They're trying to bring down Radiant's top tower. Radiant structures are fortified.
Alright, I returned. It looks like we are gearing up to push again. Not much has changed with the game state. And Blink Arena forward. Both BKBs pressed. BKBs pressed by everybody. Hookshot comes in onto an ally, sadly. And we're going to press the Eclipse as well. The Slithering Crush comes out. The Cogs pushback and the Spear pushback kind of fight each other. Caspi's going to be able to press this BKB and they run away. And the Glaives have been bouncing the entire time. Yams jumps into the back of the fight, but he's not gonna... He's not alive. He's not able to stay alive. He doesn't have a BKB. Just one stun and it knocks him out. 100-0. He has buyback available. Blink forward from Claire, gonna land the toss, the Slithering Crush as well. The buyback comes out from Yams. He wants to force more out of this. Ziggy G solo on mana though. He couldn't even continue the fight if he wanted to. I get the purge of the Manta style, but I mean, there's Lion, Tiny, and Slaughter in the game. Like, you need a BKB, I feel like, on Yams. You don't really like buying it, but, I mean, if you don't have it, you just get 100-0. We've got the Hydra's Breath, purchased for the Luna. Does that apply through Glaives? I guess it does, because Crit does, right? Does this apply to tap modifiers? They do not. Except critical strikes. Okay, yeah. So, interesting. I don't know if this is good. I don't know if that's good. I don't really know what you buy instead. Buying Hurricane Pike deals pretty lame. I guess Daedalus would be the obvious candidate, but anyway. They're going to commit down here, so this is actually pretty interesting to me. I would... Because this is the melee racks. I almost feel like it would be better for them to pivot to this push top now, because for two reasons. One, the wave... Oh, okay, they are doing that, actually. Okay, yeah. So the reason you want to do this is twofold. One, even though you only have the ranged barracks, that is enough to get this creep wave to slowly push. Which means that the MUDBOYS have to address it, which is why Yams is down here. Also, hypothetically, let's say that the Radiant pushes that they get this barracks, right? In the meantime, the creep wave is going to be all the way over here, sitting in front of their barracks, and the only good solution that they have is, of course, to back, go here, push this down. Meanwhile, if you do nothing, this wave will push slightly. It's probably going to be like around here, and you can knock down more buildings, plus you have glaives going. You're only damaging one structure if you're here, you're damaging 2 or 3 structures if you're up here. So
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
okay, crazy blink forward from Claire, trying to catch somebody lacking. Didn't quite work out, but I respect the attempt. And the glaives are bouncing, and the blinks are cancelled, for the moment anyways. Fortify is used, that is their last Fortify.
Is under attack.
Blink forward from Claire, BKB press did not get the selection range for toss. He's not going to be able to do too much. ZKG pops the Metamorphosis, hookshot comes in as well as the egg. And ZKG trying to fight into it, but he realizes he's not going to be able to click down the egg. Mars is going to end up going down as well as Shadow Shaman. ZKG is going to get hit with the toss, doesn't press the BKB in time, and he ends up going down, but now he doesn't have any meta. Jump forward from Yams. The Slardar is in a bit deep. The Slithering Crush is going to come out. Yams doesn't want to commit the Astral Step forward to get the kill. Gex is going to end up going down as well. Claire trying to fight into this. They finally are going to be able to burn the Aegis, but the Slithering Crush in the back is going to knock down the Void Spirit. GG is called. Tough game. It seems like the Slardar, Lion, Luna opening 3 picks. It was gonna be tough. You needed a lot out of your carry pick, and the Terrorblade simply wasn't it. I'm not sure that Medusa does any better. What were the other heroes I was thinking about? Arc Warden would have been really hard. I also don't know if he plays it. They banned the Ursa. Wraith King would have been probably worse, actually. Wraith King would have been even worse. I could see Muerta, maybe. Muerta or Medusa. Maybe Lone Druid. But I don't really know that matchup for Lone Druid, so. Maybe Kez, actually. Kez could have worked that game. Maybe. The Tiny was also a solid pick. I think Tiny worked. I think Lesh could have worked as well, but I think the Tiny probably gave them like more of that initiation burst damage, like that follow up with Slardar. Also, the toss displacement definitely did a ton of work for him in that last game. So, solid pick, and hey, it's comfort, you know. All right, the coin flip is gonna go away, MUDBOYS. And they are plotting. What do they want to pick? Do you give up first pick? Do you take first pick? Try and nab the Slardar for yourself? What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Personally, in this situation, I feel like taking first pick would make sense. Okay, they've gone for second pick. Okay. So in game one, the drafts were, I'd say, fairly even and through some good play and maybe, you know, the difficulty of execution of the RD2L draft definitely put them behind. MUDBOYS were able to come out on top. Game two, I think that the draft was fine up until that carry pick. You had a lot of flexibility, but you needed the perfect carry pick. And there were only like 3 or 4 heroes in the pool that even start to work. I don't even know if they fully work, but even start to work. So, the question is, what do you do to prevent yourself from getting in that situation again? I was expecting the MUDBOYS would ban Slardar, but they don't. They banned the Phoenix, which Midorchin's Phoenix was a problem that game, but so was the Slardar.
5 seconds remaining.
I fully expect RD2L to just pick him. Okay, they lead with the Wind Ranger, which, okay, his Wind Ranger is good. Midorchin's Wind Ranger is quite good. I don't know if any position 4 Wind Ranger is better than the average position 3 Slardar right now. Like, it's just, it's so good.
5 seconds remaining.
But this gives the MUDBOYS the chance to snag up Slardar.
Here's the Radiant battle.
Okay. Okay, guys. I don't think I'm this crazy. Isn't Slardar's win rate still insane? Yes. No, it's not. It's not that insane. It's actually stronger as a mid than it is as an offlane. Interesting. Okay. Of course, that's Dota 2 Pro Tracker. I don't know what regular pubs are looking like, but
Dire's ban now.
okay, they ban a lot of the same stuff.
Seconds.
5 seconds remaining.
Dire's turn.
Okay, they're gonna ban the Luna. Everybody's just okay. Nobody seems to care about the Slardar hero.
Seconds.
So
5 seconds remaining.
okay, you lead with the Clockwork. Do you go back to the Shaman again? I feel like no. I feel like you want something that does a bit more.
Venomancer.
Okay. It is different. Is it good against Wind Ranger? I don't know if it is. I mean, Venom's generally strong if you can get the right debuffs chained. Like, it can be pretty oppressive.
Seconds.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's turn to pick.
Dire's turn.
Okay. Alright, this is a really solid opening again from RD2L. The downside of showing both of your supports like this is, you know, there are plenty of supports that have like this crazy teamfight contribution, or they're the exact counter that you need to certain cores. And when you pick both of your supports so early into the draft, you leave yourself in these holes, right? If RD2L had picked, if you had seen the Dawnbreaker and you still had a support pick, you just pick Silencer or you pick Nyx here, and like it's over. Like she doesn't get to play the game. Against Silencer, especially, she doesn't get to play the game. But so the MUDBOYS are in a bit of a tricky spot here. Then again, you have the benefit of you haven't shown very much about your draft. So you have this generic cobbling of heroes. They don't exactly synergize super well together. Dawnbreaker's pretty good into Clockwork. Obviously, Clockwork is a pick-off support, kind of. Dawnbreaker is a, hey, don't kill that guy, so.
Dire's turn to pick.
Okay, and they're going to take the Ursa now. I don't know about that. It does give you a really favorable safe lane matchup, I feel like. Ursa into Dawn feels quite strong, especially if you have the Venomancer laning with you. I don't know about they've been running Clock 5 like all night. It's been fine, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like you definitely want Venomancer in this lane to just make it brutal. Alright, and they pick up the Night Stalker. Now, Gex had a historic performance on the Night Stalker in their last series. He was like, I think he was the most farmed hero in the game for like the entire game. He was crushing.
5 seconds remaining.
Can he repeat that performance again? It's a big ask. Lion is a support that does kind of get eaten. Windranger less so, but if you get the Blink Dagger timing correct, definitely can still kill the wind. Yeah, it's tough. Whoop, whoop. All right. Okie dokie. So, what do you pick if you're RD2L in this case? You've kind of shown your offlaner in both your supports. You probably wouldn't mind picking a carry here, but what carry do you pick? A carry that doesn't suck into Ursa and Night Stalker? They go for the Terrorblade. It is a significantly better Terrorblade game for them. But the MUDBOYS do have a last pick available. Lina is still currently in the pool. Lena's quite good into Terrorblade.
5 seconds remaining.
Leshrac is in the pool. Leshrac would be decent here. Leshrac just buys Ags, and then, you know, it is what it is. Also, yeah, the Ursa Terrorblade matchup definitely favors Terrorblade, but Terrorblade does not get the free farming game that Luna gets. Terrorblade also doesn't typically build Battle Fury, so... Because, you know, you've got illusions, you're already clicking multiple creeps at the same time, but...
10 seconds.
I say that to say Ursa is probably going to outfarm the Terrorblade post-Battle Fury.
The Dire get a bang.
But it is a really tough matchup. You need something to deal with TB, and you need Ursa to not have to worry about him so much in fights. RD2L ban out the Lina. Lestrac's still in the pool. OD's still in the pool. Is OD good enough into Terrorblade? Probably not.
5 seconds remaining.
Keeper of the Light could work, but it's... You have scaling problems if you pick Keeper of the Light, I feel like. Invoker would be pretty decent. I don't think Yams plays it, though. What does RD2L need to win the game, though? What do they need to win the draft? They have a favorable carry matchup. Well, Terrorblade does really fucking hate Vino, though. I forgot about that. It's weird that, like, the movement of these fights is going to be so crazy because Venomancer's really static, and then you have Clockwork, Ursa, Nightstalker who all want to jump in, and they're probably going to leave this poor fucking Veno behind. And then Wind Ranger can just, like, solo kill him whenever the fuck she wants, so... Yeah, I don't know. What do you pick here? Do you just go back to the well and just pick Tiny? You can't pick Tiny into Veno or Ursa, though, right? That's crazy. No. What do you pick as a mid here? Something boring like Quap? Quap seems fine. Storm Spirit seems fine. Well, you gotta worry about silence. Primal Beast? No, Primal Beast also sucks. Okay. Okay, so I think... okay, I think they're gonna run the Wind Ranger mid, maybe? And then put the Marcy 4. Yeah, it is a pretty decent Wind Ranger game. Wind Ranger's pretty good into the Ursa hero. Because Ursa has 2 problems now. I need MKB and to deal with Wind Ranger, and I need to not die to all the physical damage from this fucking Terrorblade. Ooh. And Marcy. Support Marcy can just eat both of these guys. The Veno and the Clockwork. Then eventually, if the game stays bad enough, your Ursa and your Nightstalker too. Damn. Fucking Lash or Timbersaw or maybe Viper could work here. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't envy the MUDBOYS being in this position. It is a hard pick. Necrophos is super greedy, but it could work. If I were in this game, I'd pick Lash personally.
Drow Ranger.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Did it time out? They run out of time? What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here? There... Guys. Okay. Okay. Alright, as far as hats go, real quick, we gotta give it to the MUDBOYS, because they got 3 hats. These guys, they got like, I guess they have 3 hats too. Is this part of his head? I can't tell. We're gonna count this as 2.5 hats to the 3 hats and a mask. And I mean, they got Drow. Like, I mean, I'm never going against Drow. Let's keep it real. Is this part of his head? Now I'm doubting. Okay. I'm gonna be so for real, guys. I don't think Drow is the pick. I really don't. I would love nothing more than to be happily surprised. I really don't know. I don't know about this one. And here we are in the Game 3 elimination match. Winner goes to the Grand Finals of the Upper Division, Scepter Division, We Like Dota League 2026. Both teams going to smoke up and stand on their respective high grounds. Oh, Ziggy G drawing on the map. It is time to invade. they don't seriously want to fight into them, right? Do you even have path to do this? You'd have to cut these trees, and then you have to walk up this high ground, which, like, that seems crazy. You don't have a quelling blade, my brother. Okay, your smoke has popped. Yeah, they know where you are. Guys. Oh no. Oh no. But they psych them out. They psych them out. Yes, we're gonna walk away from the high ground. We were never going up there. Tricked you.
And we're clear for running.
And now they get three. Now they get 3 runes. Okay. Okay. That's actually pretty funny. Okay. I'm curious to rewatch that with Radiant Fog. I know they saw them here, but then I think they just went invisible until here, and then they just thought it was too late to go down. Maybe they were worried. Anyway, okay, lanes. So we do have Midderchin playing the Marcy alongside Catsby's Dawn. 2 melees into 2 melees. But the 2 melees of the MUDBOYS are definitely stronger. You got Fury Swipes and you got Clockwork to deal with? Nah. And you got the fucking Sniper Magnus on the goddamn cogs? Like, not a chance. Alright, this lane could be bad, but then again, Ursa's pretty weak, especially before like level 4. Okay, in the mid lane, Yams. Playing the mid Drow Ranger. In Turbo, this is pretty good. I don't know about normal Dota. He's kind of putting the damage in, though. Anyway. Now, in this bottom lane, we got the Venomancer and the Night Stalker up against the Terrorblade and the Lion. Keep peeking top, because I feel like someone's going to die any minute. Okay, someone might be Magnus. Someone might be Catsby. CKG really wants to keep fighting into him, but he doesn't have an orb, so Dawn's pretty quick. Dawn can just kind of walk away. Alright. Bottom lane, I think this eventually favors... Okay, never mind. Moose Style is going to get clicked down by the Metamorphosis, and he's going to end up going down. I was going to say, I think this eventually favors the Venomancer Night Stalker. But, yeah, meta is very good, especially at level 2. CKG... goes for the point in the Earth Shock, which kind of makes sense. I don't know. Not sure about that one actually. In double melee lane, I feel like Overpower might be better. In the mid lane, Yam's trying to put a decent trade into Claire here. He's gonna get super low. Power shot. He presses the Fairy Fire, but he ends up going down. He did buy out though. In the top lane, a slow coming out from the Blood Grenade. Ziggy G running forward, wants to land the last auto onto Catsby. Maybe needs 2 though. Fury Swipe's about to reset. Okay, he's gonna need at least 2 clicks then. But he is gonna be able to get him. And Magnus is able to press the cogs and walk away. Maybe. Mid or Chin still chasing, but out of mana. Can't kill him. Oh, silly me. Let's get the last hits up on the screen. How are the lanes doing generally? Oh, goodness. I thought I checked bottom. I did not check bottom. So, this might be a situation where you pick Drow knowing you're going to lose the mid lane a little bit, but you're going to hopefully win the game. I will say, broad strokes, I mean, Drow's pretty decent against Terrorblade and pretty decent against Windranger. Pretty decent against... I guess it's decent against Marcy. I don't know. But in the meantime, you're putting a lot of pressure on your other cores to perform. They need to, like, kind of carry you into the late game. Up in the top lane, Ziggy G is super low. Midderchin trying to make something of it, but just doesn't have any mana because Magnus has been spamming the cogs on him. Ziggy uses the Earth Shock forward, presses his wand because he's panicky. He does not want to die here. Cogs pressed again. Magnus? Of course that. Why wouldn't it do that? Of course. Yams wants to get the water rune, but can't deny it for some reason. Shackle Shot comes in, Power Shot as well is gonna get Yams super low here. He's got the Wind Run available in a couple of seconds and 7. Any TPs available? They're just not gonna use him. He's got Power Shot in 1. And he gets him! Oh my god, Claire.
I don't need to brag. I let others sing my praises.
Absolutely knocking things down in the mid lane. Do we have any points in Gust? We do not. That is tough. You might need one. I'm not sure what have saved you, but maybe pushback would help. And mid or chin, recognizing an opportunity here. Claire is level 6. Drow has no defensive spells. If Drow shows on the mid lane, Drow dies. In the meantime, though, are they able to make anything of this in the top lane?
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Get away, you.
Mid or chin sees that the camp is farmed. Yams is gonna step up. A teleport, though, coming out from Claire, looking to maybe set up a kill on Magnus or somebody. W forward, as well as the Dawnbreaker, Starbreaker, is going to finish off the Clockwork. A pretty decent decision, but then again, now you don't have Focus Fire to kill Drow. Do you need it? I don't know.
Return the favor.
No boots on Drow.
Radiant's middle tower.
It's sinking. Just
Boots getting ferried?
like
Yeah.
your ships.
Q coming out from the Moose style. They're going to hit the Silence as well onto the Terribly, but a teleport coming in from the Marcy. And a Metamorphosis used as well. They jump forward looking for the Earth Spike on a Moose style. They should be able to get it here in a second. It also connects onto Gex. Moose style going to get quite low to this. He doesn't have a wand. He has a Gale available. Doesn't need it. Rocket Flare comes in, providing a little bit of slow there at the end. And Catsby being forced away from this mid lane. He's sad. Guys, 17 last hits. He's not having a good time. He is not having a good time. Do a quick little net worth check as we approach the 7-minute mark. Looks like Wisdom Rune top is going to go to Radiant, and Gex is going to back off for his. We have a hero numbers advantage in the bottom lane, but we aren't going to use it. We are instead going to transition the Lion up to the top lane, because Magnus has showed up here trying to secure his shot at the Radiant Wisdom Rune. It will not work, but that's funny. He's just so fast without boots that it's not worth their time to chase him. It's actually just not worth their time.
Dire's middle tower.
Lion could have caught him eventually, but like... Oh wait, no, Lion's slower. Ooh, in the bottom lane, it looks like they dive with Gex and Moose style to finish off Pocket's Terrorblade. Power Shot whiffs, sadly. Claire stepping forward. And Moose style is just going to press the spells, but he's going to end up going down here for sure. Meanwhile, up in the top lane,
Radiant's middle tower is under
Magnus and Ziggy G are able to take down Lion.
Radiant's top tower is on the rocks.
Catsby trying to make up for this. Overall,
They're trying to bring
I'm
down
surprised
Radiant's
that
top
Dire
tower.
has a bit of a net worth advantage here. I guess it's coming from the it's coming from the offlane mainly.
I accept this offer.
Ziggy G's making pretty decent timing. He's 3.4k at 8 minutes. The thing that's a little scary though is that Claire is 4k net worth already. Jump forward. They're gonna get the suplex back onto Yams. Moostyle's gonna show up, but he doesn't have a stun. There's nothing he can do here. He's gonna press all his debuffs on top of Claire. Claire's gonna end up ticking a little bit low to this, but I don't think it's quite gonna be enough. They don't have an urn. They need a silence. They need a Q. They are going to be able to get it off, but she's ticking down to the Venomous Gale, and she's going to end up going down thanks to the Q from Gex. Jet Fuel can't melt steel memes. Rocket Flare comes in from the Clockwork to try and slow him down, but he's got hit with the Snake Bite and the Poison Sting, and he's going to tick into this Venomancer as well. Solid double kill rotation. Yams dies at the start, but they do get their return kills. Overall favorable for his team, even though it does cost him his life and a little bit of gold.
Radiant's top tower.
Catsby closing in on the level 6 has definitely had a slower start to this game than the last one. Of course, this lane matchup is really hard. I'm not surprised.
Dire's middle tower.
Gex
is
going
wrong.
for the Echo Saber. I believe the lane that he was in that game where it's just so dominant.
Fortified structures can't be breached.
I think he rushed the Echo Saber first. I think he had Echo Blink at like 13 minutes or something crazy. Gonna get the mid tower denied. Claire has an Invis Rune and Focus Fire. Could definitely look to make something of this. Meanwhile, top lane, they're making a go onto Ziggy G. Magnus TP's up here. And does what he does best. Rage baiting the entire Radiant team by pressing W and then auto attacking his cogs.
Hey, where'd I go?
Invis Rune pops. Claire wants to find Ziggy G. Says you're not allowed to have fun anymore. You're not allowed to have a good game. I'm gonna make sure that you don't.
Claire's here.
Clockwork looking for some more. Jet fuel can't melt steel means. Where's Claire? Claire does end up finding Ziggy G up here. No enrage available. Ziggy G is gonna attempt to go for the deny, but is not gonna be enough. Meanwhile, we have a Night Stalker ultimate coming out, and he is fighting into this Terrorblade in the bottom lane. He's gonna kill him. Carry for carry traded across the map, but we do lose the Venomancer in the process. Overall, this is good for Night Stalker, good for Ranger, bad for Ursa. Bad for Terrorblade. And bad for the Dire top tier 1. They are running out of tier 1s. 2 of them soon will be lost, and they have claimed 0. In fact, they've barely even done damage to them. Okay, well the top one's quite bad, but they're going to start running out of map. This will be a problem for the MUDBOYS. And what can putting the R in RD2L do to secure their hold on the game? Well, chain killing the Ursa is nice, especially because Ursa does not have Battle Fury yet. But the more you try and look for Ursa, the less you're looking for Drow. I think you're okay with this trade for a while, because Drow is just such a slow farming hero. But there is a point where you're going to have to figure out an answer for the Drow. Blink online is one answer, of course. Marcy as well can buy Blink or Ags or some other mechanism that just allows her to dive like crazy onto the Drow. I've seen Force Staff work as well.
Bounty.
And Gex. Gex is going to have a critical role in the success of the MUDBOYS in this game. He needs to get his farm, he needs to get this Blink Dagger, and he needs to use this silence to just hit everybody. He's got to keep the Wind Ranger from doing her thing, he's got to keep the Marcy from doing her thing. He just needs a ton of farm. He needs BKB, he needs Blink, he needs the Echo Saber, he needs Harpoon pretty soon. Like, he does not have an easy game ahead of him. G closing in on the Fury. Looks like he's gonna have it like, 14 minutes, 14 and a half minutes. And how is Pocket doing? Pocket's farm is pretty solid. The thing I was mentioning earlier though is definitely still gonna hold true. Once Ziggy G gets this Battle Fury, he's going to clear through camps much faster than this Terrorblade is going to. Oh, and they are able to find a Venomancer in the bottom lane, in the bottom triangle rather. Claire, what is the next item? I'm assuming Blink Dagger. but I have not played Wind Ranger in a very long time. A smoke is going to come out. They are looking for an Ursa Bear or a Drow Ranger. ZDG, realizing that his mid laner has been farming all of the jungle, decides to go to the bottom lane. And Catsby's going to get hit with a hook shot, going to get hit with a great silence, and is going to end up going down here. The smoke is not going to pan out. They ain't going to find nobody. Yam's hiding in the trees. He knows something's up. Nobody's on this wave. Nobody TP'd to help the Dawn. Nobody's on this wave. He knows something's up. He's very aware. The last thing he wants to do is die right now. Bottom lane. Okay, they've gone back. They've gated. They pressed the double damage rune already. They're going to... Oh, they don't see Moose Style, but they do jump forward and they do find the Night Stalker. He's going to get hit with the Shackle Shot on the side. Meanwhile, Lion is probably going to end up going down to the Spinomancer. Moose Style is going to keep running away. He's ticking. He's ticking. He's going to get denied. He might have been fine there. He had Tranquil's coming back up, but okay. It would have been close. It would have been close. Okay, Gex has finished the Echo Saber now. It is nighttime. They didn't commit ults to the bottom lane. Yams is still farming away about the same net worth as the Terror Blade. This actually bodes pretty well for them overall. Obviously, Claire is quite far ahead, but it's not exactly... Drow doesn't like need to be the same net worth as the Wind Ranger. I've missed yet another kill. I've missed all the kills this game, feels like. Moose Style trying to run away. Cogs coming in to slow down their pursuit. Anyway, what I was saying. Wind Ranger does not necessarily... Drow does not need to have the same net worth as the Wind Ranger because of the passive, because of the damage coming out from Drow, because of the silence. Like, you have a lot of things going for you to deal with the Wind Ranger, that as long as you're able to do your thing in the back of the fight, it's fine. Obviously, having net worth is going to be important for being able to do a bunch of burst damage and eventually deal with the Terror Blade, but anyway, the game state is okay. Night Stalker ultimate is going to be pressed. Silence coming in. They're probably just going to take the quick pick off onto the line, but they won't be able to do that because Dawnbreaker turns night to day, and this is going to slow things down for their pursuit. Claire comes in. She presses the focus fire on top of Night Stalker, which is already quite low. Moose Style is going to end up going down in the back of the fight here, but Gex is able to finish off Claire with a little bit of help from Venomancer as well. Mitter Chin running in. He's going to end up getting clicked down with the other two heroes here. Moose Style barely makes it away, and Catsby is underneath the tower with 5 Fury Swipes on him. Gex charging forward. He gets the vision, but is not able to finish him off because of the Earth Spike coming out from the Lion. Gex, does he have the flying vision? He does not. Gets set down. His ult expires.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, a very solid fight going the way of the MUDBOYS. Exactly the kind of thing that they need. Yams is catching up. He has done nothing that a mid laner typically does. He's gone to the mid lane, and then he said, I'm gonna farm, guys. You're gonna have to be okay with that. We're gonna take this game late, we're gonna outscale them. That's the game plan. It better work. It better work.
Radiant's bottom tower
Probably what Ziggy G is thinking is that, hey dog, this better work. If I don't get to play the real carry, you don't get to play the real carry. Unless we win. Okay, Yams, he's probably... Okay, Smoke is going to break. Oh, he shows on the creep wave. He's super dead here, right? He presses the Hurricane Pike. Is he going to be able to land the greatest silence of all time? He does land it, but it's just not going to be enough. It's just not going to be enough. They get the Earth Spike, they get the ult coming out from the Venomancer, pressing all of the debuffs out onto the Marcy. All of the debuffs are going to get spread. Moose Style knows what he's doing. They're going to spread again. Mitter Chin. Is he going to go down to this? Is he going to go down to this? He's going to get hit with the urn, and he's barely going to live. They were thinking about it. They were thinking about it. Gex going to walk forward a bit. Going to get hit with the Shackle Shot. Going to get hit with the Power Shot. Presses the Silence. Should be able to walk away. Focus Fire still on cooldown for a few more seconds. Ziggy G has finished his Blink Dagger, working on the BKB. Pocket has climbed his way up the net worth charts, getting a bit of an assist from that interaction up in the top lane. I don't know if he actually got the kill. He got a kill on a Magnus, it looks like. But Claire was the one who got the kill on the Yams. In any case, he's doing quite well with the farm. Level 13. Ziggy G level 12. Things are pretty close, but Ziggy G, he's circling around in this jungle. He's like, where are all the camps? Why is everything farmed? He's gonna walk up to this very big creep wave. And it is now daytime. Nightstalker ultimate is available. Full harpoon completed. Okay, so he decided against the blink and to go for the full harpoon instead, and then immediately into the BKB. I think this makes sense. You do need to deal with the lion, but the initiation is a little bit weak, maybe coming out from the Radiant. Silence coming out on top of the Wind Ranger, but they're going to be able to turn and commit everything on top of Yan, so you're going to get hit with Finger of Death. He's just going to end up going down here, but they bring Ziggy G in. He steps forward, presses the Enrage, trying to click down the Lion. Lion doesn't have Blink, doesn't have Hex, but he's just a little bit faster. Okay, he's finally going to end up going down here. Claire trying to chase down on top of Ziggy G. On the side of the fight, oh, Shackle Shot is going to land. Has Focus Fire at 8 seconds. Ziggy G needs to dodge for 2, 1, get the Blink off. Oh, but Pocket comes in to cancel, and it's not going to be enough. The TP comes in way too late. A very heavily favored fight for the Radiant. Gex farming, working on his BKB. Yeah, this Dawnbreaker is just... It's just tough. I mean, somebody gets on top of your drow and it's like, okay, I guess I have to turn and fight. It's a Wind Ranger, I'm not going to outrun her, right? But you can't turn and fight her either. Pocket committing the Metamorphosis to secure this tier 2 in the mid lane. And I will be back in just a minute.
I'm ready for any.
I think I heard someone die to the Tormentor. Yeah. Yeah. Well, what can you do? I think I also heard them use Donald. Yeah, they did. Okay, okay, we found the Terrorblade. He gets hit with the Silence, he gets hit with the Hookshot. He presses the Manta, but it's not going to be enough to get him away. Solid kill for the MUDBOYS. I will say, as the game goes on, I would give a slight edge to the lineup of the MUDBOYS, but that is contingent on Yams having good farm. And, like, he kind of needs Aghanim Scepter this game. He still does what I think, right? Yeah. You need that, I think. You're going to try and run away. Midderchin gets put on the low ground, but Claire gets put on the high ground. Focus Fire comes out from Claire. Is going to be able to press her BKB. Is going to try and turn and be able to wind run away from this. They're kiting them pretty far back. Ziggy G does not have a BKB. Decides he does not want to chase at all. But that was quite a bit of damage that came out in a pretty short amount of time. Just from the Drow autos with the procs, as well as the Nightstalker Q. So... oh, Ziggy G has stepped forward. He's able to get the blink off, but Mustafa will not be so lucky he's going to end up going down. They are able to isolate Catsby on the side, but Pocket shows up and is going to be able to click him down as well. And the Radiant have found their Roshan, and the Dire have scanned it out. You know, you do have an Ursa. The MUDBOYS might have thought to do this earlier. I'm not sure how many opportunities they had, but I feel like there were potentially like some chances to sneak Roche with a smoke or something. It would have been risky, but I mean, what isn't? Ziggy G might be getting found out by this Marcy. Is going to get spotted, but blinks away. Magnus coming back up here. Going to place a ward, and it looks like we're going to get a bit of a group up here. With the 4 non-carry heroes, we are going to look for a kill. Who are we going to find? Well, we're going to run into Catsby. We're going to blink forward, we're going to hit him with the silence, we're going to hit the enrage button, and we're going to click him down. The hookshot is going to whiff, and that probably worked out in their favor, to be honest. Because, well, actually, Pocket was not nearby. Okay. Gek's going to use the bonus damage. Actually, he didn't press over. He's going to use his bonus attack speed to click down the mid-tier 1. And it's gone. Up in the top lane, Claire has already used Focus Fire. This is actually pretty nice. Ziggy G, of course, no MKB though. He can't really chase. Has enough money for the BKB though. He's gonna get that. Some clarity. Ferried out to him as well. Yams, I'm assuming, is he not? I thought he would have something getting ferried, but I guess he wasn't. I will say, the game, it feels like the Radiant is in control, but we have the slightest of net worth leads going towards the Dire. Dota Plus seems to think the game is definitely still 50-50, which I can understand. It does feels pretty close, but then again, we have Aegis. Oh, this crazy smoke. Radiant is behind them, but they're going to be split up. They're going to find Ziggy G. Is going to be able to press the enrage. He does not. The hookshot whiffs. He's going to get hit with the finger of death, and Ziggy G's just gone, guys. Gex, he's going to come in with the silence. He's going to come in and try and do a bit of damage, but it's just not going to be enough. Dire's going to have to TP out of this, and Magnus... Ooh, power shot whiffs. Earth Spike whiffs. Cogs, pressed. Q, pressed. 4 stack in 7 seconds. Hex is available though, and the Earth Spike will allow. Midderchin's going to come in. Dunk on him with the rebound.
Dire's bottom tower.
That fight could have gone worse, but not much worse.
Dire's top tower.
Claire pinging out the tower, also pinging out, probably pinging out Yams. It's like, whoa, this guy's got 2 levels on him. He's been farming the entire game. Gex is going to find Catsby on the Dawnbreaker. Gonna get hit with the silence. Isn't going to be able to use her mobility very effectively here. Jet Fuel can't help steal memes. Jumping in, looking for a Hex, looking for an Earth Spike, is not going to find either. Yams has the full Manta style complete. Working on the Butterfly. I mean, both teams have turrets, carries that can just like sit in the back, you know, and like do their thing. But Drow can always do that while she's alive. Terribly can only do that sometimes. This game goes late enough, I feel like it favors the MUDBOYS. But Drow really needs this Butterfly. She really needs like Daedalus, maybe eggs too. Like there's just, you need to do so much damage, and you need to not get Blink killed by Claire's Wind Ringer, which is going to be a tall order. Currently, it's not that tall of an order because Claire doesn't have the Blink, but soon she'll have a Daedalus. And with that, she maybe doesn't need the Blink. Maybe she can kill you with like 7 arrows and doesn't need to be on top of you for very long.
Dire's bottom tower.
DD room picked up for Yams. He might be thinking he can kill somebody. He's going to get vision on the Dawnbreaker. She uses her W aggressively. Gex is up here with him as well, but nope, Yams is teleporting back. Wants to defend his high ground. After all, they are knocking on the door. Tower potentially going to go down. They're going to find Caspian on the side, but it's not going to be enough. They end up having to TP two of the heroes back. They press the Venomancer ultimate on top of the Wind Ranger. Yams coming in. The D rune forward. The Aegis is expiring in 2 seconds. No, they timed it just wrong. But he is going to end up going down. They hit with the silence instead, but no Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis is on cooldown. They jump forward. They commit the Marcy on top of Ziggy G. Ziggy G presses the BKB though. They're going to hit the Q and they're going to be able to fight into Mid or Chin, and Mid or Chin is going to end up going down. Okay, they got the Dawnbreaker as well. I didn't see that happen, but he's going to end up going down, and they find Pocket on the side. He's completely isolated. They're trying to chase him, He's going to get hit. He has the Sunder. He's going to turn around and sunder the Gex, but it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Damage coming out from the Yams. The tax that he has levied on his team is finally used to their advantage. Moose style. Jumping forward. Blink forward from the Lion onto the Venomancer. He's going to get hit with the Rocket Flare. Going to get hit with a little bit of slow. But not enough to keep him in death range? Question mark. He has Blink available. Ziggy G closing in. Blink used. No, Ziggy. You have to keep Blink ready. Lion is back, blinking forward, into trouble again, looking for the Magnus. He thinks that they can take this. He's got Marcy, he's got Dawn behind him. Blink, the Harpoon. Harpoon tries to latch onto the Ursa, but Ziggy G blinks away before any damage is dealt. I will say, I know that they've done this for balancing reasons, but it is kind of funny to me that something that latches onto your skin and then I pull on it does 0 damage in this game. Like, oh. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, smoke is used by the Dire. Okay, I actually did not know that that's how that worked. I thought multi-shot broke smoke. Hook shot on top of the Wind Ranger. BKB fresh silence comes out. Ziggy G gets hit, but he's going to be able to get the enrage off. Vicar of Death comes out and basically does 0 damage because he's enraged with all the status resistance. Dawn ultimate used to try and keep this Wind Ranger alive, but it's just not going to be enough. Yams is finally online. He's going to click down 2 heroes. They sacrifice Gex for this. The Earth Spike is going to whiff. They're bringing Magnus forward. Ziggy G, you don't have a rage, buddy. You can't do that. You can't do that. Oh my god, a crazy gust is going to come out. Is it going to be enough to keep them alive? Are they going to be able to turn and win this fight? The illusion's beating in onto Yams. He doesn't have the Hurricane Pike. He already used it. The Mana Drain comes out. It's going to end up knocking him down. But the Spirit Vessel on top of Pocket, he's going to sunder his ally. Pocket stays alive. They're able to turn and win a crazy fight. The MUDBOYS just got too ahead of themselves. I meant to click on that fight recap. This is so sad. Oh, it's back. Kind of. Is this all of it? That might not be all of it. Anyway, 5.7k. The second engagement, not favorable. The first engagement, quite good for the MUDBOYS, but they just overstayed their welcome. And it's probably going to cost them a full set here.
They're wrecking Dire's bottom barracks.
I don't know if the butterfly was on the drow before. Like, I don't know if the complete butterfly was on drow in that last engagement or not. I'm not sure it would have made the biggest difference. Yeah, don't you need illusion? I don't know. Do you want to even buy Ags in this game on Ursa? Is it even enough? I don't know if it's even enough. You're gonna go for the Roche. Don't know why they wouldn't. You put this on Terrorblade, you can probably just start knocking on high ground. He's got BKB. Rocket Flare comes in. They're in no position to contest it though. Yams, realizing I need more damage, is going for the Daedalus.
And it's off.
Gotta say, is this a rapier game? I mean, you're about to be cooped up in your base for a while. This might be a rapier game. I guess it's so much to farm. I don't hate the Daedalus, but it's like, if you're gonna, your next item might need to be a rapier at this point. Like, you need, on Ursa can't buy it, right? Like, there's no point. Is it even good on Knight? I could see it working on Night Stalker, but he doesn't have MKB, so he can't hit into the Terrorblade. I think if you're Dire, you need Rapier. You need to come back. The game still feels like it's pretty close. I'm not so sure. The MUDBOYS can win this game, but it's kind of on RD2L to screw up a high ground push, which they did in their Luna game. And things were starting to look up for the MUDBOYS, but I will say the wave clear from the MUDBOYS is pretty solid. But they got this Marcy threat like constantly. Like if you just, and they're about to put the banner down. Yep. Cogs pressed, focus fire used. Night Stalker gonna run into the back and just commit his BKB and everything on top of Terrorblade. Terrorblade does not use his BKB though. Manta Style using G has to BKB in order to get back up to the high ground. Finger of Death used on Magnus as a bit of a parting shot here. The multi-shot comes out, poking some damage out onto the Terrorblade. Overall, nobody dies. A bunch of spells were used though. 2 BKBs used on the side of the Dire. This is not good for them. 0 BKBs used. Oh, I lied. Okay, 1 BKB used on the side of the Radiant. Okay, I lied. 2. The Terrorblade didn't use his Dawnbreaker ultimate was used. Maybe that's just fine. I guess anything that keeps things as they are is good for the Dire. Because the game is hard, but not impossible. Yeah, this wave clear is pretty good, but it's not like they're getting much money right now. Yeah, I'm spot this Crystallis like 2 minutes ago. He's gained like 400 gold. Ziggy G's out on that. This guy's farming. This guy, he's farming. I think he has enough to buy this. Oh, not quite. Maybe just a little short. Oh my god. Yams tried to go for, or sorry, not Yams. Claire tried to go for the Shackle Shot onto Yams with the ranged creep. I've seen it done. It can be oppressive. It can be impressive. I did not know that's how that works. Okay. I thought you could only ever drain mana or give mana. I didn't know you could do both at the same time. Claire blows jet fuel, a kiss. Thank you for all the mana,
Radiant
bro.
are scanning for enemies.
DD Rune sitting quietly in the top lane, unspotted by either team. Could absolutely turn this game
Radiant's bottom tower
over.
is under attack.
Pocket gets that DD Rune. He knocks on high ground with Aegis. Aegis is expiring in 45 seconds. Can't believe it's been 5 minutes. He has meta, but you don't want to commit meta on your first life. I mean, it's 30 seconds. Like, are you guys gonna get anything out of this? You've already used banner.
Stiff win.
Nightstalker has ultimate again. All the BKBs are ready. There he is. He's knocking on high ground. He says, kill me. I'm dead in 20 seconds anyways. Claire, absolutely. Claire's just gone. Yams just kills her. But somehow Yams gets Hurricane Piked into the Dawn ultimate. That seems super unfortunate. He does not have buyback. The death coming out from Yams. Okay, he gets buyback somehow. I think he was just short like 10 gold or something. Somebody died. Hookshot forward onto the Dawnbreaker is going to end up knocking him down. Potentially BKB used by Pocket. Yams tried to turn and fight. He doesn't have Hurricane Pike quite yet, but he's going to end up going down. This is a massive fight for the MUDBOYS. They're trying to chase down Catsby. He's going to get hit with the slow. They're going to get hit with the Frost Arrows. Buyback coming out from the Wind Ranger and the Marcy as well. This was definitely not a free engagement for the Dire. At least 2 buybacks used. Now you're on a dieback for your Drow, the only hero that's really keeping you in the game as far as like distance engagements, being able to deal with this terribly. Who all bought back? Drow and Veno, Marcy and Wind. A big gold swing, but they can't overplay their hand here. Terrorblade still has buyback.
Radiant's middle tower is under
They probably get this tier 2. It's their first tier 2. They're gonna free fortify if they want it. Shieldrun picked up for Yams. He's working on potentially a Shadow Blade. Think about it. Think about it.
Radiant's middle tower just keeled over.
Oh, Finger of Death used. Jet Fuel jumping forward. Ziggy G's gonna BKB and in a rage, going to turn to run away.
Easier than shooting creeps.
You know, I don't see any dust. It could work. Could work as a surprise. A little surprise tactic. And they're going for the Tormentor. Why not? You have Ursa. Now we have a jetpack on our Clockwork. And what does Dota Plus think? It thinks the MUDBOYS will now surely win. 63% chance.
Coming in.
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
I'm not so sure. It really depends. Okay, Pocket has recognized him not being able to kill Drow in a quarter of a second is a problem. He's going for the MKB to fix just that issue. Then again, if you get hit with Gust, if you get hit with that Hurricane Pike, it's gonna be hard. You don't have Satanic, you have no sustain on Terrorblade other than Sunder. And you have not been sundering your allies. Smoke coming out from RD2L.
Are scanning for enemies.
They're looking for a pick down in the bottom lane, maybe. No. Ziggy G has buyback available, has TP available, is farming the enemy jungle.
Is under attack.
They're all camping, waiting. Anybody to show on this creep wave is going to die. They send out the rocket flare.
Radiant's
They know
bottom
that there's somebody up on this high
tower
ground. Are
faces
they just going to run up here? Are they just going to try and do a quick little go? They're just going to click the barracks? Their smoke's going to time out or break, one of the two.
Radiant's
And everybody has collectively decided that we're not going to do anything with that smoke gank. That's okay. I thought for sure a bunch of spells were going to happen. Jump forward onto the Wind Ranger. She presses BKB, but not in time. Drow lands the proc. Dawn ult used as well. No good comes of it. Gex presses his BKB. He's running forward. He does not have the Blink Dagger. He has not used his Harpoon. And nothing has happened. Ziggy G gets the bash onto the line. Perfectly timed the bash. Must be a skill thing. Dawnbreaker pressing the Q to try and get away. Gets hit with the silence. Presses the BKB. Trying to run away. Gets hit with a hook shot. Somehow that didn't hit his ally this time. And Dawnbreaker is now dead. Oh my god. Buyback from the Lion. Drow is still on dieback for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. What is this? Nullifier? Is Nullifier built with split now? This shows you how often I buy this item. It is, okay. Working on the nullifier. Roshan is alive. A Roshan going to the Ursa lineup. They might actually be winning. Oh my god. They've got the Aegis on Yams. This is the insurance policy that he needs to buy out. And he did. He's bought out for the Silver Edge. What does break do this game? Does it work on innates? I never know this. I don't know if innates count as passive abilities. Okay, I don't imagine that it would actually work on Terrorblades anyways. I think the Silver Edge is just for the bonus damage bit. I'm not really, I mean, Dawnbreaker break, whatever. Marcy's thing, eh.
Dire's middle tower.
Their mid tower has gone down to a Terrorblade illusion. This is very sad. They now have exposed barracks in the mid lane. Pink draws a circle on the map. Ziggy G saying, we play here. This is where we play. We have Aegis. We are strong. He doesn't have Aegis though. And a smoke coming out from the Radiant. They are looking to get a numbers advantage to try and burn some of this Aegis. But another smoke coming out from the Dire. They are looking for anybody down in the bottom jungle. There is nobody here. Up top, they have smoked deep into the Dire jungle. They are looking for Yams. They see Yams on the creep wave. They blink, the Hex, the Dawn ultimate, the focus fire down on top of the Drow. She's going to end up going down, and Gex is going to end up passing away as well. Yams 4-step gets the invis off. They didn't have a sentry down in time. Focus fire does persist through the Aegis death, and Yams is going to end up going down. But they're fighting into this. They're able to kill off Pocket. Pocket used meta. He used everything. He's going to end up going out. And Claire's going to end up going down as well. The MKB procs coming out from the Ursa. The hook shot coming out from the Lion. They get him back again. A triple kill going the way of the Ursa. And Jet Fuel can't melt steel means it's going to be a full team wipe. And they trade Yams' 2 lives for 5 of them. The MUDBOYS have made an absolutely incredible comeback. Don't call it a comeback. Dota Plus basically always believed, except for this little thing here. But anyways, they're pushing down no buyback on Terrorblade. They're all short gold except for Marcy Wind, who don't have it for 60 more seconds. Oh, and Lion, I forgot he bought back. Dawn has it. Do they go for in? Do they skip the barracks? It looks like they're having some debate. They're gonna settle for 2 sets? They're gonna say, I don't know, if only they knew. If only they knew. You've got the banner! Don't you just end the game here? Or try? I mean, 2 sets is good, but like, I don't know. How much help these structures have? 1,300 and 2,200? Okay. Yeah, you couldn't have gotten these. Maybe not. I don't know. They're gonna back out. Oh, they have left their clockwork behind. He has hookshot available. He has a ghost up there. Good purchase. Buyback is now available on Yams. Ziggy G, he's had buyback the entire game practically, but he also has buyback still. I guess upgrading his blink or buying Drow and Moonshard are kind of the only 2 things you could do. And Drow's attack speed is already quite low, so probably upgrading your blink is better here, right? Okay, Axe Scepter, that's another good purchase too. Smoke coming out from the Dire. Pocket, he is still short buyback. 300 gold, this could be really bad. They're gonna jump forward, they land a bash! First hit bash onto the Wind, and she's just gone. A hookshot whiffs on the side, I heard it. BKB pressed from Gex, just beating into the Dawnbreaker. Yams finds Marcy and deletes her. Oh my god. Okay, but they have buyback on 2 of these 3. Wind bought out! She bought out! Claire! The backdoor protection buying them a little bit of time. The buyback coming out from the Drow, or from the Dawnbreaker and the Marcy. Jump forward from Ziggy G. He gets himself stuck in the trees. He's like actually stuck in there. He is able to quell his way out. Jump forward from the Night Stalker. Terrorblade is clicking in. The Marcy just gets deleted. Gex is barely alive. Terrorblade clicking away onto the Marcy, but he's not doing hardly any damage. And Yams just finds Pocket and kills him. Oh my god.
The Dire now have mega creeps.
It's
Radiant's middle tower just keeled over.
it's over.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
What a crazy series. The Fortify is pressed. They need the buyback from the Terrorblade, though. Pocket, he's not pressing it. Claire comes out of the base, is going to get hit with the bash. The MKB is just not enough. GG's. GG is called. I will admit, I will clip it. Clip me doubting at the start, and then clip this moment. Put them together. What a crazy game. What a crazy game. I gotta inform the team. Gotta let them know. So crazy. So crazy. What a game, what a game, what a game. Oh, man. The high ground pushes. The high ground pushes. The MKB purchases. Oh my god. I've never seen a lineup just get obliterated by MKB more. Oh my god. I did not realize how vulnerable Terrorblade was to just MKB. I mean, I knew that the matchup into Drow was shit, but I thought it was because of the Ags. I really thought it was like the Drow Ags that was mainly doing the work. I did not realize it was basically the passive. I mean, there were other things going on. Like, it wasn't just Yams doing the game. Ziggy G had some great performances. Also, like, so adaptable for him to... I guess as a team, they were just like, hey, we need a second carry in this lineup, guys. We have to. We just have to have it. So good on him for adapting and being willing to, I guess, not be the true carry that game. Damn, and Pocket farmed so well. He was positioning the way he needed to. Dang. I don't know if Satanic would have made a difference, but it did feel like he lacked sustain. Damn. Yeah, the thing is, I don't really know what you trade for it. Because, I mean, he needed the MKB, right? And, like, I guess you swap treads for it at some point, but I don't know if he had to farm for that. Dang. Well, it was a damn good fight. I really thought putting the RD2L had this in the bag in this third game. Lots of crazy fights. And, well, we are going to have the MUDBOYS versus Team Drip Grand Final. And I'm excited. It should be a good matchup. Drow is definitely not a hero that we expect to be played from the mid lane, so we may have to do some more homework and see if we can figure out an answer for it. But congratulations to the MUDBOYS. And you know what? Congratulations to putting the R and RD2L. It was a hard-fought series. They've done fantastically throughout the whole tournament. And it was a really close game. They honestly, I definitely could have seen... I'll just say it. I was expecting them to come out on top in this series. So, yeah, but damn, really close series. Looking forward to playing in the grand finals. Hopefully we can deliver some hype games like we saw tonight. Anyways, that will be all for everybody. Thank you for watching.